حييكم أعزائي المشاهدين من هذا المكان الجميل وابك جولف كورس والنادي المميز وقاعات الاحتفالات في مدينة ويست بلومفيلد التي حقا تعكس جمال روح وأريحية وأخلاق الصديق العزيز رجل الأعمال الامريكي الكلداني المعروف سام يونو الذي يستضيف هذا المساء سعادة سفير الجمهورية التركية في الولايات المتحدة وعدد كبير من المدعوين من شخصيات المدينة. فإلى تفاصيل الاحتفال. في بداية اللقاء الذي ضم مجموعة من شخصيات الولاية من بينهم مسؤولون منتخبون ومستثمرون وممثلون عن دائرة التطوير الاقتصادي في ولاية ميشيغان، رحب المضيف رجل الأعمال المعروف سام يونو بالضيف القادم من العاصمة واشنطن سعادة السفير التركي في الولايات المتحدة الدكتور مراد ميركان والحضور، مؤكدا على أهمية العلاقة التجارية والاقتصادية التي تربط الولايات المتحدة بالجمهورية التركية. وأضاف أن مجالات التعاون والاستثمار في كافة المجالات متوفرة في الولاية. وقال يونو إنه يعمل في الوقت الحاضر لاصطحاب مجموعة من المستثمرين لزيارة عمل لتركيا لبحث مجالات وآفاق الاستثمار هناك. وتلاه القنصل العام للجمهورية التركية في شيكاغو الذي قدم السفير الدكتور ميركان الذي بدأ حديثه بالإعراب عن سعادته للمشاركة في مثل هذه اللقاءات التي تساهم في تعزيز التواصل بين ولاية ميشيغان والجمهورية التركية. وأبدى السفير التركي رغبة أكيدة لربط وتقوية جسور التواصل بين ولاية ميشيغان وتركيا، مضيفا أن التبادل التجاري بين الدول يمثل حافزا لتقارب وتعارف الشعوب، وأن التجارة تساهم في تعزيز التنمية الاقتصادية من خلال تحقيق النمو عن طريق زيادة الفرص التجارية والاستثمار. والمعروف أن قيمة التجارة الثنائية بين الولايات المتحدة وتركيا تصل إلى أكثر من 20 مليار دولار، تعمل الجهات التركية إلى زيادتها لتصل إلى 100 مليار دولار خلال السنوات الثلاث القادمة. وكان الأستاذ سام يونو والسفير التركي في واشنطن قد قاما بزيارة بعد ظهر أمس لرئيس بلدية ديترويت مايك دوغن في مكتبه في بلدية ديترويت. وفي ختام اللقاء قمنا بإجراء اللقاء التالي مع سعادة السفير الدكتور مراد ميركان. I would like to welcome you warmly to the state of Michigan, to the Arab American and Chaldean and Muslim community in the state of Michigan. And I would love to hear from you, Your Excellency, to give us a little bit of information. I know that Turkey is well known on the international level. However, so many people in our community, since there is no Turkish community in the state of Michigan, I know they are scattered all over the United States, but very little in Michigan. There are lots of students from Turkey. I would like to give us our information about Turkey.
No, in fact, sometimes it's not very easy to answer this question because it may not be very easy for a fish to describe the sea itself. Since I've been living in Turkey and I've been, representing Turkey, it's my love and dream, of course.
Yes.
Turkey has been very important country in its region, probably for the last 1,000 years. Very active and very dynamic country. And since the Republican time, of course, we've been ruled by democracy. We have been ruled by democracy. We enjoy democracy, freedom of rights, freedom of speech. And at the same time, recently, I shouldn't say recently, in the last 20 years, we have improved our relations with the Arab world, especially our neighbors, whether it be Iraq, Syria, Syrians, other countries. Jordan, Arab Emirates, many Arab people. So Turkey became, in the last 20 years, one of the center of attractions for all the Arab communities.
For investment.
For investments, for summer houses, buying houses there.
So this is your first to Michigan.
In fact, not because I was a professor at Cleveland State University.
okay.
So when I was working there, I used to come Detroit, I used to come Michigan, I used to have student friends from Michigan State University, Ann Arbor, so we used to enjoy quite a lot. And to be very frank with you, one of my friends who was a PhD student at Wayne State University now became vice president of Turkey.
Wow.
Vice deputy of Recep Tayyip Erdogan, president
Yeah.
of Erdogan. So he graduated from Wayne State University, and in those days we were simple students.
Sure.
We used to get together in Detroit and elsewhere in Michigan, in Detroit.
I was told by the host, my good friend Mr. Sam Yono, that maybe part of your visit to Michigan is to promote investment and to maybe discuss and to explore the possibility of trade between the United States and Turkey.
There is one simple rule.
Mhm.
The more you do trade, the better you will get along.
Sure.
And the more wealth you create. So with this strategy in mind, of course, with my friends, especially Sam's initiative and pushing me very hard to improve trade between Turkey and Michigan, especially with Detroit area.
Sure.
So in that sense, we're discussing several alternatives. In the automobile industry, Turkey is probably one of the most important automotive industry for Europe.
Sure.
We produce around probably 1.5 million cars per year, which is almost the same as number of cars produced in Detroit. So there are a lot of synergy this can be created between Turkish automotive industry and Detroit automotive industry.
How beneficial, Your Excellency, the free trade agreement that Turkey signed with the United States when it comes to trade?
Now, in fact, there is no right now free trade agreement. There is no free trade agreement with Turkey and United States. We are working on it, but there is a trade agreement, custom union agreement between Turkey and European Union.
Okay.
And there is free trade agreement between EU, European Union, and United States. So it's not disadvantage,
But I know that I read somewhere that Turkey is working tirelessly to join the European Union.
We're working.
Where are you now as far as getting into the Union?
Again, that question is a question probably no one knows the answer. Because Turkey being a big country, dynamic young country, I have to be diplomatic at this juncture. There are some countries within EU who are not very happy of Turkey being a member because it's power sharing, that sort of things. For that reason,
that's a huge obstacle. Maybe they're talking about culture, religion, things like that.
Decision-making structures and that sort of things. So there is kind of reluctance within some European Union countries.
Are you working? I heard that you are working hard to overcome these obstacles.
Now, in fact, as you know, it takes two to tango.
Sure.
So EU member states will eventually understand what kind of contribution Turkey will bring once it becomes a member. So at that time, I think it will be easy. For that reason, if you ask me when Turkey will be an EU member, it very much depends on the decision maker. You know, the members, 26, 27 members, have to agree that Turkey is going to be a member. Once they sincerely agree that Turkey will become a member, it will take probably 1 year maximum. Turkey to adopt all the laws and all its system into EU standards.
Are they frank when they declare why they are not accepting Turkey?
Now, don't ask me this question because I'm a diplomat, so I don't want to offend any other country.
Let's go back to trade between the United States and Turkey. I heard also from Sam that the bilateral trade between the United States and Turkey is 20 or
21 billion
20 billion.
dollars.
And you are hoping, or your country hoping to increase it to 100 billion.
Yes.
Are you doing this? How are you doing this? By
I
visiting
need-
Michigan, maybe?
I need, of course, nice businessmen from the United States to go to Turkey to study opportunities, and I'm planning to bring Turkish businesses here to seek the opportunities. So the more we interact with each other,
Sure.
The more opportunity will come, and if the businesses see profit,
Sure.
value added, create value added, they will do it. So what I do as an ambassador is to facilitate
Sure.
this process.
And you just been appointed recently, 6 months
Yeah.
ago, as ambassador, and you are a close friend to His Excellency President Erdogan.
Yes, I should say so. We work together with him when we formed the party. I have a political background.
Okay.
So, like in 2001, we established this AK Party together. I was one of the members. He was the chairman. He was the leader. So we know each other for quite a long time, and even before we know each other. So we're working.
And this is obviously it's not going to be the first visit to Michigan. Michigan is a very industrial state, and they have a lot of potential for investment in the entire Middle Eastern countries.
And also, of course, there is a very big Arab community here.
Sure.
And of course, you know, knowing the fact that Turkey has been very friendly and hosting so many Syrian refugees, Arab refugees,
4 million.
4 million refugees. If I may ask, you know, your Arab viewers to buy as many Turkish products as possible, that would help.
Sure.
If
But
I ask,
Jordan also has
I mean,
1.5 million
don't ask
Syrian
me
and
that.
two.
Don't ask me that.
they-
Jordan is probably, you know, one of the few countries who has to be.
Mhm.
I'm not saying who has to be congratulated, supported, who has to be given hands, you know, because Jordan is not that big
And
compared
despite
to Turkey.
their very limited resources, in anything you think
resources,
of,
very
nonetheless
limited
they are
resources.
receiving all kind of refugees, not only the Syrians.
Yes, Palestinians and otherwise.
Iraqis.
Also, we are receiving Iraqis, Palestinians, you know, Afghanis, Syrians. But under any circumstances, if a country is taking refugee, people from those regions should contribute to the well-being of these countries, whether it's Jordan or Turkey or any other country. Because, you know, those refugees come almost with nothing. They don't have any shelter, they don't have any education, they don't have any infrastructure. I mean, this is not in Turkey, this was also in Jordan. So local people there, you know, Turks in Turkey, Jordanians in Jordan, you know, contribute to their well-being, help their well-being. So it's very reasonable
Would
to
the
ask.
Syrian as a refugee be ultimately integrated into the Turkish society like other? I'm not sure how the demography of Turkey. Do you have other minority in Turkey
Now,
other than?
minority-wise, we don't consider them minority because they are. I mean, once they become Turkish citizens,
Uh-huh.
they become Turkish
Who are
citizens.
they? You talking about
I mean, we have, Turkey.
Armenian, for example? No.
Turkey. Let me say something.
Mm-hmm.
Turkey, in its entire history,
Mm-hmm.
always received refugees.
Sure.
Once from the Balkans,
Mm-hmm.
when Ottoman Empire lost
Sure.
the Balkan War. Then from the Caucasus,
Mm-hmm.
Tatars,
Kurdish.
Kurds, when Iraqi war erupted. So in our mentality, this the concept of minority doesn't make any sense.
Mm-hmm.
There are sisters and brothers.
Sure.
So from that reason, look, the word minority I heard when I came in this country back in 1985. Before that, of course, we have non-Turks living in Turkey, like Kurds living in Turkey, Turks
Kurds
living in
are
Turkey.
considered what? I mean, they are maybe 20% of the
But
population.
they are. I mean, we don't have this. The term minority
Mhm.
in its
Does
legal
not
form
exist.
from I think the Armenians
Mhm.
and the Jewish
Jewish.
people living in Turkey, but they are the numbers
They,
are so small.
they are part of Turkey.
They are Turks.
But they,
They are
they
Turkish
practice
people.
their culture,
Of course, of
everything.
course. In our country, of also, there has been no obstruction of practicing religion,
Sure.
obstruction of
I saw
no
when I came here, Your Excellency, few people demonstrating and
just
uh,
few.
uh, against Turkey, against maybe Kurdish or
No,
Armenian.
they are probably Armenian. I don't
Armenian.
know.
What do you say to them?
You know, the best thing they should do is to help their countrymen back home.
Mhm.
Their economic conditions are not very good, so let's get together
Sure.
and increase their economic wealth.
Mhm.
Economic, the more cooperation we do
The
in
closer
our
we get
neighborhood,
together.
whether it's in Armenia or other places, in Iraq, in Syria, or anywhere, the more interaction, the more cooperation we create, we do.
Sure.
Their
Mhm.
countrymen in their home will be in much better condition. So rather than dealing with this, very long ago, 100 years ago, history,
Sure.
and creating hate among themselves, it's better for them to be more constructive and to be positive.
I'm enjoying talking to you a lot,
Thank you
but
very
I know
much.
there are so
I
many
gotta be
people
going.
waiting. But
Thank
I
you.
want you to maybe send a message to the entire Arab American, Chaldean, and Muslim community, so as uh, for maybe preparation for the next trip here.
Do more business with Turkey. Do more business in their region, in
Mhm.
their domestic, from where they're coming.
Sure.
Never forget where they're from. I mean,
Where are you?
where they are coming from,
Sure.
but also be integral part of this country, United States of America, contribute to the well-being of this society, and be supportive of their loved ones from their hometowns and from Turkey as well. Do as many businesses as possible with them, so that will create wealth,
And
and
harmony also.
that's the best way of remembering their history, including their culture.
Mr. Ambassador, I really appreciate you
Thank you.
talking to us. Thank you very much.
Thank
And
you.
hopefully we will see you again here at Michigan.
Inshallah.
Thank you.